Can you feel it? This is not just another ordinary day. The air feels different. The energy around you has shifted. You may not fully understand it, but something is pulsing inside you. A restlessness, a force calling your name. And today, I'm here to tell you something that will shake your spirit. It's official. The universe is done waiting. And you, chosen one, are about to be elevated to the next level. For so long, you endured in silence. You endured disdain, injustice, betrayal, closed doors. You swallowed words you never deserved to hear. You walked in darkness, not understanding why so much went wrong, even though your heart was pure, while watching people with corrupted souls prosper. And you, stuck, quiet, waiting. But let me reveal a spiritual truth that many don't understand. The delay wasn't punishment, it was preparation. You were never being ignored, you were being refined. Like gold that must go through fire before it shines, you were being tested to carry something greater. And now, the waiting time is ending. The universe is tired of the injustice. Heaven has risen, and the command has been given. The chosen one will rise. This is not a metaphor, it's a spiritual decree. It's God's response to everything you endured in silence. You will begin to notice things changing one by one. But listen, it won't be loud or flashy like a movie miracle. It will be subtle, yet powerful. One day you'll wake up and notice that the anguish is gone. The next day, someone reaches out with an unexpected offer. Then, doors that have been locked for years start opening. Do you know why? Because the heavens have declared, the time for harvest has come. You sowed in tears. Now you'll reap with honor. And before you doubt it, let me remind you, you are not just anyone. You were marked, chosen, set apart. From the womb, your energy was already different. You never fit in because you weren't born to follow the crowd. You were born to lead, to inspire, to impact. And what the universe saw was your effort when no one else did. It saw your loyalty, even with no applause. It saw your patience, even while bleeding inside. While many gave up, you remained. While many sold their soul, you chose to keep your heart clean. And that's why now, the time has turned. Those who laughed at you will go silent. Those who doubted you will be stunned. Those who tried to stop you will have to watch, helpless, as you advance. But listen closely. The next level demands a new posture. You can no longer walk hunched over, asking permission to exist. You must now own who you are. Look life in the eyes and declare, my time has come. Because this is not a time for hesitation. It's a time for action. The portal is open. The energy is flowing. The new cycle has begun. And it's not just about material prosperity, though that will come too. We're talking about a new level of consciousness, of mental clarity, of spiritual strength, of alignment with your soul's purpose. You'll feel like the weight you carried for years just falls away, as if someone has broken the invisible chains that held you down. And you'll finally understand, you were never weak. The timing just hadn't arrived, but now it has. So, chosen one, listen with your heart. God saw everything. The universe recorded every tear, every battle, every injustice. And now, the scales are being balanced. Get ready to witness. People from your past trying to reconnect, but with no more space in your life. Unexpected offers appearing out of nowhere, opening paths you never imagined. Your intuition sharpening, guiding you with precision. Fake friends being exposed. And your light shining uncontrollably. Because when the chosen one rises, the world around must adjust. You will disturb. You will make those who live in lies uncomfortable. But it's not your job to please. It's your mission to be a channel of truth. And truth sets free. But before that, it disrupts. So keep going. Don't go back into the cocoon after discovering you have wings. Don't hide just because you shine too bright. You were called for this moment, and you will not turn back now. You felt the pain. Now you'll feel the glory. You survived the war. Now you'll reap the rewards of your resilience. And if anyone asks what changed, simply say, I just survived what was meant to destroy me. The storm shaped you. The waiting refined you. And now, the universe has promoted you. You are ready for the next level. Have you ever wondered why so many doors closed right when you needed a way out the most? Why, when you reached out your hand, what you received was rejection? Why, when you opened your heart, what came back was coldness, betrayal, mockery? Maybe you thought you were being punished, that you did something wrong, that you were abandoned. But nothing could be further from the truth. What was actually happening was a realignment. The universe was removing what was blocking your progress. It was clearing the path for your ascension. Because there are things that cannot rise with you. People who don't deserve the next level of your life. Environments that wouldn't withstand the intensity of your light. And illusions that had to be shattered so you could clearly see your true path. You were tested. And they were not easy tests. It was through pain that you grew. Through loss that you discovered your strength. Through solitude that you connected with the invisible. And through silence that you heard the most important calling of your life. Now the moment heaven has waited for has arrived. Now the universe rises in your favor. And nothing can stop your progress anymore. You're no longer in the time of waiting. You're in the time of harvest. Everything that once seemed in vain will now bloom in a supernatural way. That seed you planted in tears will bear fruit of honor. That prayer spoken with a trembling voice will be answered with the roar of divine justice. That help you gave even when you had little will return, multiplied in ways you can't even imagine. Because when the universe gets tired, it acts. And now, it's tired. Tired of seeing you used and discarded. Tired of seeing your soul ignored. Tired of seeing your light dimmed by envy. Tired of seeing your mission delayed by small-minded people. And now, the hand of the invisible will lift you up. But pay attention. With this elevation comes new responsibility. You were not chosen to be served, but to serve at higher levels. You were not empowered for nothing. Every pain, every fall, every scar, all of it will become a tool to heal, teach, and liberate others. You're now becoming a reference. Your story of overcoming will be a living testimony. And many of those who once judged you will come to you in secret, asking for advice, asking for light, wanting to understand how you survived what was meant to destroy you. But you won't hold a grudge, because your vibration will have risen so high. That resentment simply won't fit in your heart anymore. You are being spiritually repositioned. And when that happens, everything around you starts to change. People disappear without explanation. Strange invitations show up to distract you. And the feeling of being between two worlds intensifies, because in fact, you are. The old world, where you were sabotaged, judged, and diminished, is being left behind. And the new world, where you will be recognized, honored, and illuminated, is emerging before your eyes. But hear this well. The crossing between these two worlds is the most dangerous moment, because that's when the enemy attacks the hardest. At that point, he knows he can no longer stop your destiny, so he tries to confuse your focus. He'll use people you trust, situations that look like blessings, but are traps, and old, unresolved emotions to try and bind you to what should have been left behind. That's why you need to hear this with an open heart. You must be ruthless now, ruthless with anything that delays you, ruthless with habits that drain your energy, ruthless with excuses, ruthless with distractions. You're carrying a very rare fire, and you must protect it as if it were your own breath. Yes, you may feel tired, but that's exactly because the old energy is being drained. Your body is adjusting to a new frequency. You are not in collapse, you are in expansion, and that's why everything fake is collapsing. Masks are falling, truths are being revealed, and what seemed solid but was an illusion is crumbling before your eyes. This may hurt, but it's necessary, because what's coming is so big. It can't be built on weak foundations. God is placing you on a new level, and on this new level, you will no longer be seen as a victim, but as a spiritual leader. There will be no more room for childish doubts or past insecurities. You already know who you are. You already know where you came from, and most importantly, you already know where you're going. The doors opening before you aren't just for your personal well-being. They are doors that will position you as a channel of transformation for other lives. You will become the answer. You will be healing. You will be a beacon. And all of that without losing your essence. Because those who were forged in pain never forget where they came from. Those who were shaped by heaven never bow to earthly applause. And those who are chosen never trade their mission for comfort. So understand this. This next level isn't just yours. It belongs to your lineage, to your ancestors, to the generations yet to come who will carry your name as a symbol of courage, faith, and truth. You are the link that broke the chain, the turning point, the exception in the statistic, the miracle that was foretold since the beginning of time. And now, it's time to live it in fullness. But remember, with every advancement, there will be trials. With every victory, there will be sabotage attempts. But nothing, absolutely nothing, will be able to stop you if you stand firm in what you believe. Because the universe has already given the signal. The transition has begun. And you are already crossing the bridge toward the extraordinary. Keep going. You're almost there. They try to stop you in every way. They use sweet words to confuse you, then turn to cruel attacks. They try to make you doubt your identity, your mission, your strength. But they failed. And they failed because you didn't come this far to be defeated. You came to transcend, to break ancestral chains, to change destinies, to create a new path where no one else had the courage to walk before. The universe has been watching your every step. It saw your silent tears. It witnessed your sleepless nights. It heard every prayer made in desperation, and every breath of faith whispered when all seemed lost. And now the universe has reached a limit, and it has decided to act. Yes, the waiting time is over. The portal is opening. The permission has been granted. You are about to level up. But don't be mistaken. This elevation is not for everyone. It won't be visible to the eyes of the ordinary world. It won't come with applause, nor immediate recognition, because what is about to happen is spiritual, it's vibrational, it's a shift in your frequency that will affect everything around you. The universe got tired of seeing you being sabotaged, of seeing your light dimmed by small-minded people, of seeing your kindness exploited by those who only wanted to drain your energy, of seeing your purpose delayed by distractions, temptations, and fears that weren't even yours. And now, cosmic justice has stepped in. The veils are falling. The masks are being torn off. What was hidden will come to light, not to hurt you, but to free you once and for all. Because the next level demands lightness, it demands clarity, it demands purity of intention. And the universe will not allow you to carry baggage that doesn't belong to you into this new stage. You will notice this in the coming days. People will walk away without explanation. Situations that once seemed important will simply lose their meaning. What once held you back will no longer touch you, because your soul has already understood that it's time to go. And when the chosen one feels this call, nothing can stop their ascent. You are entering a time of spiritual acceleration, where everything that was promised begins to manifest quickly. The right connections will come to you. Opportunities that were locked will open. Invisible paths will form before you. But all of this will only be possible because you prepared yourself. You held firm when many would have given up. You kept planting seeds even without seeing results. You chose faith when everything around screamed fear, and this faith now becomes the bridge that lifts you to the new. But listen carefully. The climb may be lonely at first, because not everyone was prepared for this altitude. The higher you go, the thinner the air becomes. Fewer voices, fewer distractions, less noise. That's why many can't bear to climb, because they can't live without external validation. But you don't need that. You are driven by an inner force, by a silent certainty that needs no approval. You were shaped for this, and now the mold will be filled with the essence that was already kept for you. It's as if the universe says, now he is ready, now she understands, now we can deliver what was reserved. And what is reserved is grand, but not in the way the world understands greatness. It's not about fame, applause, or empty achievements. It's about impact, about mission, about legacy. You will begin to influence people without even realizing it. You will change environments just with your presence. You will attract attention, not by beauty, but by energy, because your vibration will be different. Higher, cleaner, more in tune with the heavens. And yes, many will be bothered by this. They will try to pull your frequency back. They will use old traps. They will provoke, judge, distort. But now you have a choice. Look back and fall, or keep your focus and rise. And you already know the answer. You were born for this. You were prepared for this. The pain you felt was not in vain. The losses you experienced were not punishment. They were part of the training. They were filters. They were tests. And you passed. Now it's time to reap, to manifest, to expand. But beware, you must act. Don't wait for everything to fall from the sky without movement. The universe opened the doors for you, but it's you who must walk through them. Fear will still try to paralyze you. Doubt will still whisper. But every step you take will be confirmed by signs, clear signs, strong signs. Signs that shout, "Go! It's now!" And the more you respond to these signs with action, the faster everything will align. You will notice that certain battles simply end. that some pains are healed effortlessly, that certain answers come like a breeze. This is the new level working. It's synchronicity taking shape. It's the universe cooperating with you. Because you finally understood. You're not here to survive. You are here to live with purpose, to lead, to heal, to awaken other chosen ones who are still asleep. And that's why this leap is so necessary. Because your elevation is not only yours, it's collective. It's part of a greater plan. A plan involving millions of souls, destinies, and generations. And you are the key piece. The link that connects heaven and earth. The living antenna that captures and transmits the frequency of truth. So, celebrate. But with reverence. Prepare yourself. But with responsibility. The change has begun. And now, it's irreversible. The universe grew tired of the attempts against your journey. It shielded you. It lifted you up. And now, it sends you forth. Rise, but rise consciously. Rise with humility. Rise knowing the mission is only just beginning. You are about to witness something that will mark you forever. This will not be just a change. It will not be just a good phase. It will be a complete transmutation of your reality. Everything that held you back, everything that seemed to block you, will be removed, not with violence, but with divine authority. Because the time has come when your vibration surpasses the limits of external manipulation. You will no longer be controlled by the emotional tides of others, by the expectations of the world, by the false narratives imposed on your soul. Now you are the one who sets the pace. And this power did not come from outside. It was born within. It was cultivated in the days when no one applauded you. It was nourished by the tears you shed in secret. It was forged in pain, in solitude, in silence. And today, this strength consecrates you as someone ready for the new cycle. But with this consecration comes also a revelation. You will begin to see what was previously invisible. People will show their true faces. Situations that seemed like blessings will reveal themselves as distractions. And this is not punishment. It is a filter. It is the universe telling you, watch closely because the cleansing continues. Don't carry into the new what belongs to the old. The new level doesn't accept dead weight. And here is the crucial point that many ignore. Ascending hurts. Ascending demands. Ascending separates. You will be placed in environments where no one knows you, where no one understands your essence. And yet, you will feel whole, because your source of power is no longer outside. It is anchored in something eternal, something that vibrates with the energy of the cosmos, something that speaks directly with God. Yes, this is what it is about, reconnection with the source, deep spiritual understanding, knowing that you are a channel, that your mission is not about you, but passes through you, that your gifts are not for display, but for healing, that your presence is not casual, but a divine strategy. Do you really think you went through all this for nothing? The falls, the betrayals, the abandonments, the repetitive cycles, the spiritual attacks, the financial blocks, the interrupted dreams. Nothing was in vain. Every fragment of what you lived was carefully inserted into your process of refinement, like a raw diamond being sculpted by higher forces. And now, you shine. Not that mundane, superficial shine, but the shine that bothers those who live in darkness, the shine that exposes, the shine that activates, the shine that awakens. And because of this, many will walk away. because your light reveals what they do not want to see. But don't be sad. This distancing is a sign that you are rising, that your frequency is leaving the collective illusion pattern and entering the field of truth. And here, in this field, everything is different. You will no longer chase, you will attract. You will no longer beg, you will choose. You will no longer depend, you will co-create. Because now you understand the higher laws. Now you perceive the spiritual game behind the apparent. Now you remember who you are. Yes, you remember. You remember that you were chosen before you were born. That your soul already carried a specific mission. That your gifts are not random. That your pain has purpose. That your sensitivity is an antenna. That your intuition is a compass. And what is to come is only the beginning of the true journey. But there is something important you need to know. With the new level also come new tests. They will not be the same as before. They will be subtler, more camouflaged. Because now, the spiritual enemy knows you are more awake. He will no longer come with the obvious. He will come with the pleasant. With what seems good, but misleads. With what sounds beautiful, but weakens. With what imitates the light, but carries darkness. And for that, you must stay vigilant. Because now you are a real threat to the system that governs the collective sleep. And your mission is to awaken others, to extend your hand to those still lost. But to do this, you must stay clean. You must stay firm. You must stay connected to the source. Because the world will try to distract you. It will try to deceive you. It will try to seduce you with crumbs. But you did not come for crumbs. You came to overflow, to break barriers, to rewrite stories, to be the link between heaven and earth, to manifest in the physical what was only seen in the spiritual. And this is the true miracle, when the invisible becomes visible through you. And it will happen. You will see doors opening out of nowhere. You will see the right people arriving effortlessly. You will feel peace even in the midst of chaos. You will laugh at what once made you cry. You will walk lightly where you once dragged chains. You will feel free, because now you are free from guilt, free from doubt, free from the need to please, free from limiting programming, free from the emotional chains that tied you to the past. Now it's just you and the divine, working together. Co-creation in pure state, truth in motion. And everything that is not aligned with this will fall, will collapse, will disappear. Not because you hate, but because you evolved. And evolution, by itself, eliminates the unnecessary. So receive this moment with honor. You were called, you were chosen, you were prepared, and now you are released to rise, to shine, to lead, to awaken, to fulfill. And the universe, it is already responding. You will feel it in dreams, in signs, in coincidences that are not coincidences, in magical encounters, in sudden breakthroughs, in strong intuitions, in inner voices, in deep peace. And when that happens, know this, it is confirmation. It is the seal. You are ready. You've made it this far, and that alone is proof. Proof that you endured, resisted, and faced everything. That you didn't let the external voices telling you to stop, give up, or settle deceive you. You went beyond. And that's why you're hearing these words now. Because this moment is reserved exclusively for those who survived the invisible war. Those who walked through darkness with faith, without knowing exactly where they were going, but certain they were being guided. Now the crossing is coming to an end. The bridge between the old and the new is almost complete. There's little left before everything materializes. But beware, this little is crucial. It's where many fall. It's where the enemy tries the final blow. It's where despair tries to steal your vision. It's where distractions hit hardest, as if trying to pull you off your path right at the last moment. That's why you must stay alert. Stay strong. You're on the last curve before arrival. And this is where the universe watches most intensely, because it wants to know, are you ready to sustain what you asked for? Are you ready not only to receive, but to keep it? Are you ready to be a living example of what is possible for a chosen one aligned with the divine? Because here's the truth, you are about to level up. And when that happens, you will no longer be able to live as before. You will no longer be invisible. You will no longer be just an observer. You will be called to be a reference, to show the way, to lead even if you don't want to. Because your energy will speak before you even open your mouth. And do you know why? Because your vibration will change. It will be a frequency that activates, that awakens, that heals, that irritates those living in deception, but saves those who are ready. You will attract many, some with admiration, others with envy, but all with impact. Because the marks you leave won't come from your words, but from your presence. You will be a walking manifestation of what is possible. But for that, your commitment must be complete. No more flirting with chaos. No more ties to those who vibrate low. No more doubting your intuition. From now on, your connection to the highest will be your greatest asset. And if you protect it, it will protect you. You will be guided, constantly. Dreams, visions, hunches, signs, numbers, encounters. Everything will conspire in favor of your path. But the secret is, trust. Even when it feels strange, even when fear hits, even when the answers aren't immediate. Because God does not fail, and He has already decreed, you will rise. And at this new level, you will have spiritual authority. You will speak, and doors will open. You will touch, and people will be healed. You will think, and the universe will respond. Because everything in you will be aligned. Mind, body, soul. No more division, no more fragmentation. Only unity, only presence, only truth. And that is the greatest gift. To live in truth. To be who you were born to be. Without hiding. Without needing to justify yourself, without shrinking away. You will be light, but not just any light. A light that confronts, that reveals, that transforms. And for that, prepare yourself. The attacks will not stop. But now, you will know how to protect yourself. You will know how to discern. You will know how to master. Because the time of losing control is over. Now, you are the master of yourself. You are no longer tossed by waves of emotion. Now you surf them. You observe, understand, filter. You no longer react. You choose. And that awareness gives you power. Real power. Subtle power. Power that doesn't shout, but commands. And the heavens celebrate this. They celebrate because they have waited so long for this moment. For this awakening, for this surrender, for this ascension. You have no idea of the spiritual celebration happening right now because of you. The entire universe is moving. Beings of light surround you. Portals are opening. And everything that once seemed impossible begins to happen. Miracles, provision, guidance, connections, healing, expansion. You are leaving survival mode and entering creation mode. You will stop just resisting and start mastering. You will stop just dreaming and start realizing. You will leave the basement and take the throne, because that is what you were born for, to reign. And here is the final point of this message. You don't need to fight anymore to be who you are. You already are. You have already won. You have already been chosen. Now it's time to accept, to take responsibility, to carry this with courage and honor, because the universe has done its part. It has waited, tested you, molded you, and now it frees you to the next level, to the great leap, to the new time. The decision is now yours, and if you felt this message touch your soul, don't ignore it. This is not coincidence. It is synchronicity. It is the universe saying, you are ready. So, chosen one, listen carefully. If these words resonated with your spirit, like this video now, this shows the universe you are ready to receive. Share it with other chosen ones. They also need to wake up. They also need to remember. They also need to rise. And above all, subscribe to the channel. This is your spiritual home. Here, you will find truth, guidance, and strength to keep going. Here, your soul will be fed, and every video will be a key to unlock you even more. Don't wait. The time is now. The universe has already positioned itself. God has already confirmed you. Now it's your move.